From the very beginning, Luke Jeffers had decided to create a Friday show that is basically a spin-off series of Fridays with PewDiePie, but with a live stream twist. And since then, he focused heavily on tech topics, game segments, throwback segments, and more. However, there are some ups and downs towards this show for the past nearly 10 years now, and then a was of laughters along the way. For nearly 10 years, FwL has been making you guys entertained, talking about somewhat about politics, and of course playing games. And now, for the 10th season of the row, it's time for FwLX. Today, Luke Jeffers and Betty Mooney will be going over some tech topics, playing video games, as usual of course, a return of LJPCPM throwback content, somewhat I watch segments, and many more fun. And now, here's the host of FwLX, Luke Jeffers and Betty Mooney.
Thank you, David Falson. Hello, people. Sue Jerry speaking. We're going to have to be on X episode number 394. Now, I'm waiting on Billy to figure out what's going to happen to us via my Discord server. So, he's gonna he's gonna be able to make it or not gonna make it. But if he watches Billy, hope he can make it, buddy. So. We're gonna start with not one, not two, but basically just, about, I'm gonna say, let me close this tab a little bit, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dev topics since the last time we did FwX. And of course, we have to do 2 more topics and a movie that is coming out release recently, this past week, last week, something like that. And we'll get to Billy's topic since he hasn't done anything on FwX recently. And we'll get to the what I've watched Disney Plus, notes, and of course, game segments, Josh topics, and things like that. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it anyway. Anyway, something I can do while we wait on Billy to come back and do it anyway. So anyway, we got Frances Shorenhagen. Happy to pronounce his last name. Anyway, Frances Hussey Shorenhagen was an American actress. Sheridan was known as a character actress who appeared on and off Broadway in movies and on television for over 6 decades. She received numerous established, including 2 Tony Awards, the Draw Death Award, Saturn Award, as well as numbers of 3 Primetime Emmy Awards. She gained acclaim for her extensive career on the Broadway stage. She made her debut in The Skin of Our Teeth in 1955. She went on to receive 2 Tony Awards for Best Feature Actress, okay? In the play, okay? For her performance as the Badger's characters in Neil Simon's comedy play, The Good Doctor, okay? 1973. And as Virginia Parliament and Wolf and Archie Coles, I haven't announced his last name, dramatic play, The Her Test, in 1995. However, Tony nominated roles, were they Simon Cindy Spot Brian Window, Eric West, 1972 and 1975 respectively. Anyway, Angel in 1978, on Golden Paw in 1979, and Morris 7 in 2002. She gained priorities and Primetime Emmy Award nomination for recurring roles in Evers Craven in the NBC sitcom series Cheers from 1986 to 1993, and Buddy McCall in the HBO series Sex and the City from 2000 to 2002. Okay? She also had recurring roles in the NBC medical drama ER from 1994 to 2009, TNT series The Close in 2006, 2012, something like that. Anyway, she had this number of films, including The Hospital 1971, Star Over 1979, Mystery 1999, and Julian 2009. She was born in Washington, D.C. on January 30th, 1930. Whew, excuse me. Anyway. Father was a tax court judge, John M. Sheridan, and her mother was a homemaker who served as a nurse during World War I. Okay? Let's see, got a message here real quick. Oh, he didn't receive a message yet. Okay. And her mother was a homemaker who served. Oh yeah, what happened to me now? So anyway, she was educated in Marine and public schools in McLean, Virginia. Okay. At Vassar College, she was educated, elected head of the drama club. Okay. At the silencing the giggling of college crowd, the campus dining hall with her reputation is seen in Richard III. Okay. Playing none of them than Richard himself. She attended the College University of America and as a graduate student. She also studied at Perry Manfield School at the Fear, something like that, and New York City's Neighborhood Playhouse. Okay. 1948-1973, early work. She started in her career teaching acting, singing, and dancing to school children. Okay. At the Milton Academy in Massachusetts. She performed in 1948 in the Brian Marr Summer Pier, in the Glass. Okay, having now Marjorie and something like that, at Angel Street, something like that. She went on to work with Washington's area stage from 1953 to 1954. To make her Broadway debut in 1956 as Miss T. Moves in The Skin of Our Teeth. The same year, she had her off-Broadway debut in V's Carnival, and her TV debut in The Great Break Robbery at Armagh CBS, okay? But the following year, she have won her first Obie Award for Distinguished Performance Actress in the Honorable Bashville 1955-1956. Anyway, she made her film debut on the Down the Staircase, something like that, in 1967. Okay. Following this, she worked precarious with that in Hollywood. She got character roles in the Patty Chelsea Witten Hospital 1971, Two People 1973, and Billy Wilder's Fedora 1978, something like that. She also appears as the daughter of the Hot Original 1971 Broadway production of Edward Willie's All Over with Colleen Durhurst and Julie Jessica Chandy. She worked for many years in soap operas such as Another World, The Secret Storm, Love of Life, and The Doctors. Okay? Moving on. Anyway, she played 2 roles in One Life to Live. Okay? She's also been recognized as Mrs. Marsh from another series of television commercials like Galway toothpaste and air in the 70s. Okay? 1974, 1993. Few roles in Cheers. Okay? She also won a Tony Award for Best Feature Actress in a Play in 1974 for the original Broadway production of Neil Simon's The Good Doctor. She was also nominated for Tony Award for the decade for a role in Ryan Hawkesbury's Simon Sidney's Barnes Window in 1972, The Quest in 1975, the musical Angel in 1978, which is based on Thomas Wolfe's book Homewood, Angel, and Ongoing Pawn, 1979. Something like that. Anyway. She's also nominated for the John Dennis Award for Outstanding Actress in the Play in 1979 for Ongoing Pawn. She portrayed the title character in 1968 Pulitzer Prize winning drama Driving Miss Daisy, something like that, which is originated by Dan Ivey, something like that, and playwright, Arizona, and New York, something like that. She took over the roles after the show's moved to the John Houseman Theater, played it for more than 2 years. During this time, she also appeared as Charles Dury, strong-willed wife, and starring over 1979 with Burt Reynolds and Jill Grayburg, something like that. The Osric and Toughest Nails, Dr. Brian Paris, opposite Sean Connery, the late Sean Connery, that is, in Outland 1981, excuse me, forget it. During the Gamebird, her Sarah Award for the Best Supporting Actress, and played roles in Bright Lights, Big City 1988, Dog Hollywood 1991. Both alongside Dr. Michael J. Fox. Her work as Sheriff Buster, Richard Farnsworth's wife, Deputy Virginia in Writer's Mystery 1990, adaptation of Stephen King's 1987 novel with the same name, and the performance as Dr. Lynn Wormheld in Brian D. Palmer's 1992 political horror thriller Raising K, which I've seen it before many times on YouTube, VHS, and many times anyway. Got her 2 more career Saturn Award nominations for Best Supporting Actress. Anyway, she also played for credits mother in See You in the War in 1989. She'll also be best known for TV audiences as Esther Calvin, mother John Ratzenberger, who's known as Ham in Toy Story, Boston Postman character Cliff Clavin, something like that. On the long-running series Cheers, which she played from 1986 to 1993. For her performance, she received 2 Primetime Emmy Award nominations, 1994 to the 2014 Final Rose. Excuse me. She also won a Tony Award, second Tony Award, for Best Feature Actress in the Play 1995, the rival of the hero, something like that. She received her 7th final Tony Award for the nomination for 2002 revival of the Paul Osborne's Mornings at 7, something like that. Her later television roles include Melissa Scarlett on ER, Bonnie McCall, something like that, mother of Charlotte's first husband Trey, on Sex and the City, another Emmy Award nomination, mother of Willie Ray Johnson, mother of Brandon Lee Johnson, something like that, played by Cara. I can't pronounce the letter. Starts with an S, anyway. On The Closer and Law and Order, well-governed network dramas and sitcoms. She recorded voiceover in the May 2002 episode of The Simpsons, Fighting Game. In December 2005, she starred in the Broadway production of Steel McGonagall, along with Marsha Mason, Delta Burke, Christina Armstrong, Lily Brad, and Rebecca Gayheart, something like that. She also starred in 2005 revival of Edward Otley's Seascape, something like that. Produced by Lincoln Center Theater and the Booth Theater on Broadway. She received Drama Desk Award nominations for 1998 revival of Eugene O'Neill's Long Day's Journey into the Night, something like that. I don't know. Starred her own son, Paul Carton, something like that. Her character's son, Jamie Twan, something like that. For Irish Repertory Theater. In 2005, for the World War I drama, Echoes of War. In 2013, she was awarded for Obie Award for Lifetime Achievement. She was included in the new Walter Walk of Fame. Her final film roles include Irene Rapper, one enormous local townfolk trapped in a supermarket, in Frank Darball's Horror Chiller, The Mist, 2007. Real life joy of cooking author Irma Rosberg, Julia, 2009. Clearwater Aquarium owner Gloria Forrest in Darwin Time in 2011. In her final screen appearance, Claire in the Water romantic comedy, and So Is Gold in 2014, starring Michael Douglas and Diane Keaton. Her personal life and death goes with this. She met Thomas A. Carlin while graduate school and was married him in 1956 until his death in 1991. couple has 6 children, 4 sons and 2 daughters. She was a long time resident of New Monterey, New York. She died at home on November 27, 2023. She was 93 years old. Let me check my friend, see what he's up to. If not, then we'll move on to the next topic. Okay, he'll probably not be on until next 2024. Okay, that's fine. It's always going to be difficulties in his end. Okay, whatever. Okay, so I'll just do it without him, I guess. But you know. Okay, so anyway, my next step topic has to with I understand. Anyway. My next step topic has to do with Shane McGowan. But it was Shane Patrick McGowan, something like that. Born Christmas Day of 1957, surprisingly, till his death date, November 30th, 2023. Anyway, he was an Irish musician, best known for his lead vocalist and songwriter of Southern punk and band the Porgies, like that. His songs were influenced by Irish history, Irish nationalism, and Irish departure and London life. Born in Kent, England, to Irish parents, in 1957, Christmas Day, McGowan joined the punk band Nipple Carrier, something like that. Before founding the Porgies in 1982, something like that. I don't know what happens. Anyway. Drew upon the Irish excuse me, glories when founding the Porgies and changed his early punk style to a more traditional sound. While touring from his extended family between 1985 and 1987, he co-wrote the Christmas hit single Fairy Tales of New York. While he performed at Krusty McGowan, other notable songs he performed at the Broncos, including Dirty Old Town, Sally McGrain, something like that, and the Irish Rover, something like that, featuring the Dubliner, something like that. In the 1988 release of the Porgies' most currently acclaimed album, Rest Your Fall, The Grace from God, will make the highest band's commercial success, something like that. During the 1991 tour, Porgies fired McGowan from a partial behavior. Wow. So we formed a new band, McGowan and the Pops, something like that, which he recorded for 2 studio albums. In 2001, McGowan rejoined the Porgies for reunion shows, remained of the group until 2014. He also produced solo material and collaborated with other artists such as Joe Strummer, Nick Cave, Steve Earle, Sinbad O'Connor, who's now dead now, which I have to talk about probably in the next episode or Crazy Much Web Show, I don't know. And Ronnie Drew, something like that. Drew, anyway. The Gone was received a 2018 Auburn McNall Inspiration Award, something like that. The Lifetime Achievement Award for years of duration health. He died of pneumonia on yesterday. He was 65 years old. The president of Ireland, Michael D. Higgins, something like that, paid tribute, calling him one of music's greatest lyricists, something like that. I'm not going to read the whole thing, so beyond me. Anyway, my next step topic has to do with Mary L. Cleve, something like that. Born Mary Louise Cleve, he was an American engineer, and she was an American engineer, something like that, and NASA's astronaut. She also served from 2005 to 2007 as NASA's Associate Administrator as a Science Mission Director, something like that. She was born in Southern New York as the daughter of Robert Cleve, anyway. both teachers. She grew up in Great Neck, New York. Now, have an older Chewie Carter and a younger sister, Bobby Cleve Bosworth, something like that. In 1965, Cleve graduated from Great Neck North High School in Great Neck, New York. In 1969, same year Sesame Street came out. Anyway, she received a Bachelor of Science degree, Bachelor of Science from Colorado State University. And in 1975, a Master of Science in Microeconomy from Utah State University. In 1979, she received a doctoral in civil and structural engineering from Utah State University. Her career began. She had graduate research, psychologist, research engineer assignments in the Ecology Center, Utah Water Research Laboratory, Utah State University, from 1971 September to June 1980. Her work includes research in the repository of the actual experiment of cold desert and soil corals across my dad and the Great Basin Desert south of Snowville, Utah. Something like that. Snowville, Utah, something like that. Excuse me, forget it. Algae removal with enmeshment sand formation of Minium River flow necessary to retain concerned game fish and the effects of increased salinity of oil sale, leachate, something like that, and freshwater population, something like that. She worked on the development and service improvement and essentially the document computer program, Fortran for short. For current and future processing of data from service and prominence with Utah, and design and implementation of aerial biology center and the workshop and biology techniques for the Marshall West with that. NASA career begins when she elected as an astronaut in May 1980, something like that. Anyway, my glasses are gonna get burned, especially while I was reading FwL. Anyway, her technical assignments has been included flight software validation. Anyway, in the social I can't pronounce it. SAO. Anyway, Capcom 5 space shuttle flights, malfunction personal book, crew and equipment design, a version of 2 space flights, complete log a total of 10 days, 22 hours, 2 minutes, 24 seconds in space. Wow, orbiting the Earth 132 times and traveled 394.94 million miles. She was a mission specialist on STS-61B, November 26, December 3rd, 1985, and STS-30, May 4th to 8th, 1989. She left from JCC in May 1991 to join NASA's Scarlet Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. She worked in the laboratory for asteroid process with the project manager for C-Wi-Fi, something like that. Yeah, sea viewing, wide fields of view sensor, something like that for sure. Anyway, and ocean solar sensor, which monitoring visions globally. Cleve serves as associate administrator, science mission, something like that, NASA headquarters in Washington, D.C. She stepped down from that position in April of 2007 and was succeeded by Dr. Alan Stern. Spaceflight experience. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is going to get long, but, you know, that's just me. STS-61B Atlantis, November 26th to December 1st, 1985. Okay, I'm lying to myself. Anyway, I'm going to read the whole thing. Anyway, launch at night at Kentucky, Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Wow. Return to land runway 22 at Edwards Air Force Base Fort, California. Anyway, during this mission, the crew displayed the Mars will be Asterisk 2 and Starcom T2, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, that means 2. Anyway, commissioned satellites. Conducted 2 6-hour spacewalks to demonstrate space stations like that. I don't pronounce it anyway. Construction techniques, the ease, assess, experiments. Operation the conversion flow and robotics, so I denounce it CFES for short. Anyway, experiment for McDonnell Douglas. The Gateway Special, GAS for short. Anyway, Container, Telsat Canada. Conducted several Mexican payroll specialists. Anyway, experiments like that. For the Mexican government. Test the Arbor Experience Digital Autopilot, OEX, DAP for short. This was the heaviest payload weight carried to orbit the space shuttle to date. The mission duration was 165 hours, 4 minutes, and 49 seconds. And now, let's get to STS, buried in the space spell Atlantis. May 6th to not 8th, that day died. It was a tour day mission during which the crew successfully deployed the Magneton Venus exploration spacecraft. First U.S. debatedly science mission launched since 1938, and the first brainly probe to be deployed in the shuttle, something like that. It arrived at Venus in August 1990, and radar mapped over 95% of the surface of Venus. It also been one of NASA's most successful scientific missions, provide valuable information about the mission atmosphere and magnetic field. In addition, the crew was also worked on secondary payloads involving information crystal growth, electrical storm, and Earth mission for studies. The mission's duration was 96 hours, 57 minutes, and 45 seconds. Honor commemoration. In 1995, Cleve featured a postal stamp in a series of issue on, I can't pronounce this A word, sorry. To commemorate the 20th anniversary of the first manned moon landing. On January 2018, 2009, the international speaker, the Hayden Distinguished Ledger Series. Cleve told students and others at the Georgetown University about education and their career, showed the original film as a shuttle mission in 1985, unlike the Challenger in 1986. She died on November 27, 2023. She was 76 years old. Now, the next death topic has to there's going to be two politics about this whole, let's say, there'll be two death topics regarding politics. One of which has to do with Sandra O'Connor, okay? Was an American astronomy politician and jurist who served as the absolute justice of the Supreme Court of the United States from 1981 to 2006. Anyway, O'Connor was the first woman to serve as U.S. Supreme Court Justice. A moderate conservative, O'Connor was known for the personally reserved opinions. Now, I saw this in the Alert Report episode on YouTube back in 2010. I'm like, wow, okay, makes sense. Anyway, nominated by President Ronald Reagan, okay? She was considered a swing vote for the Regardless Court in the first 4 months in the Roberts Court. Porter O'Connor's treasurer of the court. She was a judge elected officer in Arizona, okay? Which makes sense in any way. Anyway, served as the first female majority leader of the state Senate, and the Republican leader of the Arizona Senate. Okay. Upon nomination to the court, O'Connor was confirmed, obviously, by the Senate. Okay? July 1st, 2005, she's now in preparation to retire. Excuse me. Federal nomination successor, Samuel Otalio, was nominated to take her seat in October 2005. Joined the court on January 31st, 2006. O'Connor must thoroughly sign the court's for combination by blocks like that, I don't know. But dominated is arbitrarily decide which with the court's individual members. She also wrote conjuring opinions, decides the limits of reached the majority holding. Her majority opinions in landmark cases include these. Court v. Barney something like that. And Handel v. Rumsfeld. She wrote in the part of her column majority opinions of Bush v. Gore, the presidency with the 2000 wise. It was one of the three co-authors to lead opinions on Bland Brotherhood v. Casey. Okay, makes sense. Anyway, during her time in the court, O'Connor was regarded as one among the most powerful women in the world, the planet that is. After retiring, she succeeded Henry Kissinger, which need now pass. Anyway, as a coordinator at the College of William and Mary. On August 12, 2009, O'Connor was awarded the Presidential Medal of Speech by President Barack Obama. Sandra Day was born in El Paso, Texas, the daughter of Harry Alfred Day, the rancher, and Anna Mae Welke on March of 26, 1930. Excuse me, okay. She grew up in the 198,000-acre family we call a ranch near Duncan, Arizona. The ranch was 9 miles from the nearest paved road. Anyway, the family home did not have running water or electricity until Sandra was 7 years old. As a youth, she owned a .22 Collier rifle. Excuse me. It was shoot about coyotes and jackrabbits. Wow. Okay. She began driving as soon as he could see over the dashboard and had to learn to change the flat tires herself. Sandra had 2 younger siblings, a sister and a brother, respectively 8 and 10 years her junior. Her sister was Ann Day, okay, who serves in Arizona. Okay, I misspoke. Yeah. It starts with L. I cannot pronounce it. Sorry. Anyway, she wrote a book with her brother, N.H. Day. Lazy B, growing up with a cattle ranch in the American West in 2002. About her childhood experience in the ranch, most of her early schooling, day until living in El Paso for her most material grandmother. Okay? And attended school at Radford School of Grace, my girls, excuse me, private school. The family cow ranch was too far from any schools. Although Day was able to return from the ranch for holidays and the summer. Day spent her 8th grade year living the ranch and riding a bus 32 miles from school. She graduated 6th in her class in Dawson High School in El Paso in 1946. When she was 16 years old, Day enrolled in Stanford University. Okay? She graduated with a BA in economics in 1950. She continued at Stanford Law School with a law degree in 1952. There, she served as the Stanford Law Review. It was presented under Chief Future Supreme Court Judge William. I can't pronounce it. It starts with an R. Sorry. It starts with an R. I cannot pronounce it. Anyway, Day in 1950. While the relationship ended before graduated early, moved to Washington, D.C. He moved to her in 1951 and proposed marriage. Day did not accept the proposal and from starting the R. One of the 4 she received was a student at Stanford. Day was on the cost, something like that. She was about 10% of her class. Anyway, early career marriage. Anyway, well, in their final year at Stanford Law School, they began dating John J. Carter III, while he was their only one class year before behind her. 6 months after her graduation, December 20th, 1952, O'Connor and Day were married at a family church ranch, like that. Upon graduation from law school, O'Connor had difficulty finding a paid job and ability in the law firm because of her great gender, like that. O'Connor found employment at the Deputy County Body in Sacramento, California, after she referred to work without an office, sharing space with the securities like that. After a few months, she began drawing a small salary where she performed legal research and wrote memos. She worked with San Manuel County District Attorney Louis Manuel like that, and Deputy District Attorney Keith Sorian like that. While her husband was drafted, O'Connor decided to go with him to work with Jeremy, something like that, in the Civil Army's Quartermaster Corps, like that. They remained there for 3 years before returning to the States, while they settled in Maricopa County, Arizona, to begin their family. They had 3 sons: Scott, born in 1958, Brian, born in 1960, and Jay, born in 1962. Following Brian's birth, O'Connor took a 5-year hiatus from the practice of law. Okay, excuse me. She volunteered in various political organizations like that, such as the Maricopa County Young Publications, and serves the Arizona Senator Barry Goldwater's presidential campaign in 1964. Anyway. O'Connor served as assistant Attorney General of Arizona from 1965 to 1969. In 1969, the governor of Arizona appointed O'Connor to the delegate of the Arizona Senate. Okay, makes sense. Anyway, she ran and won the election for the seat of the following year. By 1973, she became the first woman to serve as Arizona's and any other state's majority leader. She developed the skill nature and the moderate, something like that. After serving 2 full terms, O'Connor decided to leave the Senate. In 1974, O'Connor was appointed to the Maricopa County Superior Court for serving as in 1975 and 1979 when she was elected by the Arizona, something like that. Excuse me, okay, right. State Court and Appeals. She serves at Courts Appeals Division 1 in 1981. Anyway, when she serves appointed to the Supreme Court by President Ronald Reagan. Supreme Court career. Anyway, I'm going to read all of it. This will be a lot to deal with after all of that, and then we'll be all set with that. I'm not going to read everything, but that's just me. Anyway. Nomination confirmation. On July 7th, 1981, Reagan was pledged during the 1980 presidential campaign to appoint as the first woman in the court. Announced he would nominate O'Connor's associated judges for the Supreme Court to replace the retiring Pryor Stewart. Anyway, O'Connor received nominations with President Reagan for the nomination the day prior to the announcement and did not know she was a finalist in the publication. Wow. Reagan wrote in this diary on July 6, 1981, called Judge O'Connor and told her that she was nominated for the Supreme Court. Already the flock is starting to turn my own supporters, okay? Life to life. So anyway, people say that she is pro-abortion. She declares abortion a personally abomination to her. Anyway, I think she'll make a good justice. Anyway, O'Connor told Reagan she did not remember the whatever she supported reportedly Arizona's law banning abortion. However, she have cast a parliamentary vote in the Arizona State Senate in 1970 in favor of the bill to repeal the state's criminal abortion statute, something like that. In 1984, O'Connor has opened against a measure of abortion in some Arizona hospitals. Anti-abortion religious groups opposite O'Connor some nomination because they are respected. Correctly, she would not been willing to overturn Roe v. Wade, something like that. Anyway, U.S. Supreme Senate recommendations includes Don, and I'm not gonna say the N word. It starts at Nickles. It's like Don Rickles difference. Anyway, of Oklahoma. Anyway, Steve Sims of Iowa, something like that. I don't even know it. And Jess Helms of North Carolina called the White House to suppress this content of the over the nomination. Anyway, Nichols. Okay, that makes more sense. Anyway, said that he and other family, anyway, nomination senators, would not support O'Connor. Wow. I don't know what happened. Anyway, Helms, Nichols, and Sims, nonetheless, voted for combination. Wow. Reagan Reforming nominated O'Connor on August 19th, 1981. Combination activists such as Reverend Jerry FwL, Howard Phillips, and Peter Gemma also spoke out against the nomination. Gemma called the nomination a direct violation of the Republican platform, terrifying that candidate Reagan said that even President Reagan had said in regard to social issues. Gemma, on the other hand, the executive director of the National Pro-Life Political Action Company, something like that, I pronounce anyway, has sought to delay O'Connor's nomination by challenging her record, including support for the equal rights in the minutes like that. I pronounce anyway. O'Connor's nomination heard before the Senate Majority Committee began on September 9, 1981. It was a first televised coronation hearing of the Supreme Court Justice. Coronation hearing lasted for 3 days, as largely confirmed the issues of coronation. When asked, O'Connor refused to telegraph her views on abortion. She was carefully not to leave the version that she was reporting abortion rights. The Judiciary Committee approved O'Connor with 17 votes in favor of 1 vote per president. Okay? On September 21st, O'Connor was confirmed in the U.S. Senate with a vote of 99-0. Only Senator Max Bachwas of Montana was absent from the vote. He sent O'Connor a copy of River Runs Through It movie, which is, by the way, what's he just? Oh, it's not a movie. It's more of a storybook. So anyway, by way of apology. Anyway, her first year of the court, she was even 60,000 letters from the public. Anyway, more than any other justice in history, her terror began with this. Anyway, O'Connor said she felt a responsibility to demonstrate woman to do the job of justice. She faced some more privacy confirms, including the lack of a woman's restroom near the courtroom. Wow. 2 years after O'Connor joined the court, New York Times published an initial that mentioned the 9 men. Of the Scouts, the Supreme Court of the United States, O'Connor responded to the letter of the editor, reminding the Times that the court was no longer composed of 9 men and referred to herself as FwOTSC, First Woman Supreme Court for short. Anyway, O'Connor was a prominent of the closely among justices of the court, often enslaving the justices to eat lunch together. In 1993, Ruth Bader Ginsburg became the second female Supreme Court justice, which, by the way, let me check if she's passed or not. Let me see. I was right, she passed. Anyway, Anyway, Supreme Court, no. O'Connor said that she felt relief on the media declared when she was no longer the only woman in the court. In May 2010, O'Connor was named one female Supreme Court nominee, Elliot Cameron, about a present progress of coronation hearings. Okay, makes sense anyway. Supreme Court, anything. That's just gonna make sense. Jars of corporation, something else. Anyway, there's a lot to read, and I'm not gonna. And there's gonna be a bunch to read to come from. There is a bunch to be because of law, and that's too much. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, additionally, O'Connor Rowland's records, eventually closely with the conservation William. Okay, Bowen had 87% of the time. Her first 3 years in the court. For the time until 1998, O'Connor's ministry with starts in the R, ranged from 93.4% to 63.2%, hitting above 90% in 3 of those years. 9 of those 16 years in the court, O'Connor voted for with Quiz, yeah, that's how you pronounce it, sorry. For more than any other justice. Later on, as the court's makeup became the more conservative, e.g., Anthony Kennedy replacing Louis Apollo, and Clarence Thomas replacing Thurgood Marshall, something like that. O'Connor eventually began the swing vote on the court. However, she usually disappointed the court more than Roberto Flag on the consequence of 5-4 decisions from 1984 to 2004. She joined the Judicial Juris bloc on Ronnie Quiz, something like that. I don't know. Italian Scalia, Anthony Kennedy, Thomas 82 times. That's too much information right there. Anyway, she joined the Liberal bloc of John Paul Stevens, David Steyer, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and Stephen Breyer. Yeah, which just makes more sense because Stephen Breyer is a friend of Jim Lehres. Only 28 times. Anyway, O'Connor's very small, swift away from conversations in the court seems to have been due to at least in part to Thomas' views. Anyway, with Thomas and O'Connor were voting on the same side, she was probably to separate opinion on their own, refusing to join his. In his 1992 term, O'Connor did not join as a single of the Thomas descendants. There's so many man. Anyway, to read about this whole case, which it's too much to read, but it's gonna take a long time. Anyway, some notable cases in which O'Connor joined the natural 5-4 decisions were as follows: O'Connor v. FEC, something like that. 5-4 U.S. 93. Anyway, 2003. Uploading the currency of the Medicaid federal campaign finance bill, rushing soft money corporations. Okay. Gerd v. Bartlinger, something like that. 539 U.S. 306, 2003. Grass Bartlinger 539. U.S. 244, 2003. Carl with the opinion of the court and Goyer and joined the material of Grass. Anyway, in this pair of cases, University of Michigan's undergraduate admissions program was held to have engaged in a gradual reverse discrimination. Excuse me, anyway. But the move limited type of immunization action in the University of Michigan's law school immunizations program was held to have been created or something like that. It's a lot to read. I start with an L, sorry. I'm grade 538 US for 63 2003. Carl wrote the mystery opinion, the 4 constraints justice considering that a 50-year to life sentence without prior to pay shoplifting, a few children's videotapes, which I have childhood stuff growing up. Anyway, under California's free strikes law was not cruel and unofficial punishment under the 8th Amendment because there's no query established law that effect. Leandro Array, a Latino Army veteran, and father free will be eligible to party in 2046 to age 87. That is the longest time. I've never seen that coming. Anyway, it's a lot. Anyway, Zellman v. Simmons Harris. Anyway, which makes sense. Anyway, 2002. Anyway, O'Connor joined the military holding the use of school vouchers and racist schools did not violate the First Amendment established clause. United States versus Lopez. The year I was born, really? Anyway, okay. I missed one of them. Anyway, 546 U.S. for 649. This one, the last one. Anyway, the bottom one part of it is 514 U.S. 549. The year I was born. Anyway, O'Connor joined a military opponent and spiritual gun-free school, which is all that, as beyond Congress's clause power. Now, about last year, I talked about the school shootings at the I don't remember, it was at Texas, and they wanted to graduate from first grade, second grade for some reason, put bits pieces. When all of a sudden there's a school shooting. I was shocked when I saw that in the news on PBS NewsHour, and I wanted to read it on the Crazy West web show in Atlanta, taping wise, but it was shocking. But this has nothing to do with this since it happened in 1995. But anyway, Bush versus score. Anyway, 2000. 531 U.S. 98. O'Connor joined with the 4 other justices December 12, 2000. And to roll the Bush versus score case at C challenged the result of the 2000 presidential election, willing to stop the ongoing for the election recount and to allow no further recounts. This case effectively ended Gore's hopes to become president. What? Man, I don't know what to say here. Some legal scholars have argued that she should have rescued herself from this case. Yeez. Citing several reports that she would become upset when the media eventually announced that Gore had won Florida. Yeez. Anyway, where husband explained that they would have to wait another 4 years to retire before retiring to Arizona. Wow. O'Connor expressed surprise when the decision became controversial. Some people in Washington stopped shaking their head after the decision. Arthur Miller confirmed her as a ballot in the Kennedy Center. O'Connor played an important role in other notable cases such as these. Webster versus Universal Health Service. Force 92, U.S. 490 in 1989. This submission has appealed as controversial state regulations on second childbearing abortions that are not necessary to protect material health. Wow. Contrary to the original requirements in the Roe v. Wade. Something like that. Although O'Connor joined the majority, which also included Rush Quist, Sawyer Kennedy, and Brian White, something like that. It's also a majority opinion that she refused to overturn Roe. Wow. And on February 22nd, 2005, when Marshall and Stevens were senior to her absence, she began the senior justice pressing over oral arguments in the case of Keel v. City of New London. Oh man, this is going to make more scarier. Anyway, becoming the first woman to do so before the court. Now, there's a lot to read on. There's First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, case involving the race, abomination, and freedom of law. There's there's one more. And controversy in analysts. Now here they are as follows. Just O'Connor, now to start with the First Amendment. Anyway, Justice O'Connor with variations in many of her court decisions, especially those regarding the First Amendment, established clause issues involving issues like that. She decided a case by case basis that voted with carefully explanation in this way that she felt benefited racial rights and the conditional which she viewed to be an ever-changing working process. Barry Lynn, executive director of Americans United for Separation of Church and State, said Carter was a service like that when she saw the completely of church-state issues and tried to choose a course that respected countries' religious diversity in Hudson 2005, something like that. Okay. O'Connor voted for the paper of religious associations such as Zona v. Simmons Harris, Mitchell v. Helms, and Rosenberger v. University of Virginia. Wow. That's a lot. Anyway, commission in V. Lee v. Wiseman. She was part of a majority of the case that saw religious player that a pressure that extended the signs and at the graduation ceremony as part of a religious that was coerced people to support the participating religions like that, which is strictly prohibited by the established clause. Wow. Oh man, this is coming with the simple clause case Santa Fe Independent School District v. Dole. Anyway, while we played the school football game. In this case, O'Connor joined the military opinion that stated football player in the school football games violates the established clause. Oh man. Oh man. Anyway, O'Connor was the first justice to underwrite the endorsement standards the established clause. In Lynch versus Dolby, O'Connor stated that the five justice military opinion holding the monopoly state and the public Christmas display did not violate the first establishment. She pinned the course rate in the case, opinion that the course that did not violate the established clause at all because it was not a precedent, nor was it disputable in any region. Wow. Anyway. Now, Fourth Amendment. According to law professor Jeffrey Rosen, Congress Parliament enjoyment group searches that threaten privacy without increasing security in the 1983 opinion, upholding searches by drug sniffing dogs. Give me a break. Anyway. She wishes recognized if she searches most likely to be considerably reasonable. Okay, it was very expected, but it's discovering described but without revealing innocent but embarrassing information. Anyway, Washington College of Law professor Andrew Tallis reviews O'Connor's 2001 case said first Islamic jurisprudence when that's announced. Anyway, Collins realized that netless that violation immunization that of the virtual and the important factor in the inspiration force dominant reasonables. Anyway. Maybe on this. Anyway. O'Connor once quote that social contract theory of John Locke, like that, as influence our views on the reasonable and controversial of justice government actions, like that. Anyway, case involving race. Now, this would be more racism, so yeah, makes more sense. Anyway, In the 1990-1995 Missouri v. Jenkins rulings, O'Connor ruling for the majority of the district courts have no authority to require the right state of Missouri to increase in schools. Okay, makes sense in any way. Anyway, to require the state of Missouri to increase school funding. Excuse me. Okay, in order to combat racial equality. In the 1991 Freedom v. Pitts case, O'Connor joined O'Connor's opinion on the party, agreeing that the school district that had formerly been under judicial review for racial segregation could be freed to review, something like that. Even though not at all discrimination targets have been met. Law professor Herman Schwartz, my dad, criticized that these rulings, something like that. Writing that in both cases, both the fact and the effects, my dad, of the discrimination were still present. In Miss Quincy v. Kemp in 1987, O'Connor joined the 5-4 majority that voted. They upheld the death penalty for the African American man, Robert or Mackenzie, like that. Convinced that killing the white police officer, despite disparity of evidence that black defendants that were most likely to receive the death penalty that others both in Georgia and the United States as a whole. In 1996, Saul versus Hunt and Saul versus Reno, O'Connor joined the Rehnquist opinion. So, following the earlier president's for the opinion she authorized in 1993. Okay? In which the court struck down the racial destroying plan designed to factorize the election of 2 black referees out of 12 for North Carolina. Wow. A state that have not been a black referees since coronation. Okay? Despite the largely 20 black, the court has been that the districts were unacceptably governmented, and O'Connor called the unshape of the district question. North Carolina's 12 bizarre. Wow. While Professor Herbert Schwartz called O'Connor the court's leader in the instructs of racially authorized action. Although she joined it with the court uplifting opponents when that's coming from the controversy of race-based admissions into universities. Anyway, in 2003, O'Connor authorized a major Supreme Court opinion, Glover v. Bollinger, something like that. Wow, saying that racial informative actions should have been commercial permanently, something like that. And but long enough to correct past discrimination with a racial limit of around 25 years, something like that. Oh, I got a message from Billy if he does show up here. Anyway, more on abortion. Christian right and the Reagan combination strongly support him in 1980. Something like that. Anyway, in the belief that he would appoint Supreme Court justices to overturn Roe v. Wade, something like that, they were established and dismayed that his appointment was O'Connor. They were feared to retaliate abortion. They worked hard to defeat her combination but failed. Wow. In the combination hearings in early days in the court, O'Connor was carefully admonished on the issue of abortion, something like that. As combinations questioned her anti-abortion combination, something like that, and the basis of some of her votes in Arizona legislature, something like that. O'Connor generated just of the 1980s opinions, took an expansive view of Wade, something like that. She criticized the addition of term mature approach. Showing her history in 1983, city of Argon visitor population's health, something like that. Anyway, she criticized well in Tarbor v. American College Corporation and I can't pronounce this G word. Sorry. Despite not only this wisdom, but also the I can't pronounce it. Starting from the L. Sorry. Of the court's legitimately something like that. I can't pronounce it. Sorry. Of the court's attempt to discredit of the pre state of abortion, regardless violation of the interest, something like that. Anyway, it serves the impact it has, something like that. In 1989, O'Connor stated during the deliberations over the Webster case, she would not overrule Roe. While in the court, O'Connor did not vote for the strike down any rescission of abortion until Houston v. Minnesota 1990. Anyway. Well, man. O'Connor allowed certain limits of the place and success and abortion, but supported the rights of abortion established by Roe. The Planned Parenthood v. Casey. O'Connor made use of test that she had originally developed the Casey v. Casey Arkan v. Arkan Center with violation of health to limit the own of we waive open violations where a state could attack measures so long as they did not place an undue burden on the woman's right to abortion. Casey revised downward the standard of security federal courts would apply to state abortion restrictions like that. A major departure from Roe. However, it presented Roe's core racial preference on that the 14th Amendment implies and protests a woman's federal right to control the outcomes of her representative actions. Right to priorities for the court. O'Connor action, along with the Justice Kennedy Sartor, famously declared at the heart of liberty the not right to define one's own concept of existence, of meaning of the universe, the mystery of human life. Beliefs about these matters could not define and emphasize a parenthood where they form under the conversions of the state. Virgin law. O'Connor was a virtuous defender of the science of the virgins laws of justiciable decisions. On October 28, 2003, O'Connor spoke at the Simon Center for International Studies. Okay, impressions we create was in world was important and can leave their mark. Okay, there's a talk today about the internationalization of legal religions like that. We're already seeing the American courts, okay, should be seen gracefully in the future, okay? Does not mean, of course, that our courts can or should vanish in their character and the dominance affiliations, but conclusions reached by other countries and by the international communities like that. However, not formally, but by their decisions. Something like that. Anyway. Pardon this, anyway. Should at times consider process when that operate in the American courts. What is sometimes called transgenderization. Something like that. In a speech she during the 2002 court case of Atkins v. Virginia, is which the majority decision which included her, of course, cited the principle of the death penalty in Europe. Oh, my eyes are burning me. Tears. Anyway. As part of the argument, wow. She also quoted the Declaration of Birmingham, something like that, which say that no authority shall prevail over the judgment of the judge. And under the no circumstances may the course the justice be interfered with. Further, it is in everyone's interest in the further fostering the role of law and coordination. O'Connor proposed that such ideas be taught in American law schools, high schools, and universities. Wow. Okay then. Anyway, quiz constant that such thinking was contrary to the U.S. Constitution, something announced it. And established the role of man rather than law. Okay? The speech and the general consent of relying on foreign law and opinion was widely criticized by conversation, something like that. In May 2004, the beginning of the U.S. House of Representations responded by a passing of non-binding resolutions. The Formation of Information American of Opinions Regulation, stating that U.S. general decisions could not be based on any foreign laws, court decisions, or violations of federal government unless they are racial violation the meaning of American racial obscenity law. Currency and analysts. Anyway, O'Connor case by case approach that rarely placed her in the center of the court and drew both criticism and praise. Washington Post columnist Charles K. I cannot pronounce his last name. Sorry. For example, described her as lacking a prudential philosophy and instead displaying political poisoning invention as a social agenda. Wow. Sad to see, I know. Commander Ramesh Porter pronounced his last name, sorry, wrote that even though O'Connor had voted relatively well, attention to the issue that very case, Spectic ruling undermines that perjury of the law. I can't pronounce that, sorry, the Joshua rule. It starts with A, sorry. Anyway, law court saying that the court in 2000 special ruled that the decision of the state that she reached in Bush v. Gore that was based on the desire that to prepare the fair rather than on any legal regime. Point the menu that she sent out that night before the decision that was issued to use entirely different logic to reach the same result. They also characterized her approach the case of deciding on gut feelings. Public activities while serving on the court. In 2003, she wrote about the majesty of the law, reflection of the Supreme Court justice. In 2005, she wrote a children's book, Kiko, named her favorite home, which identifies the spice of the childhood. Now retirement, okay? On December 12th, 2000, the Wall Street Journal reported that O'Connor was retired the Democrat the presidency. And the election night party in Washington, D.C., home May and Samuel Will, former Ambassador Water, Samuel, something like that. The Justice husband, John O'Connor, mentioned that the honors the desire to step down. According to these three witnesses, Mr. O'Connor said his wife would be ready to retire as the judgment was in the White House and would choose her replacement. Justice O'Connor declined to comment. Okay, but by 2005, the commission that court had been charged for 11 years, the second longest period in American history, without any such change. Rehnquist was widely expected to be the first justice to retire during Bush's term. Excuse me. Owing to this age, his battle with cancer. Although rumors of O'Connor possible retirement criticized as well. On July 1st, 2005, O'Connor announced her mission to retire. In the letter to Bush, she stated that her retirement for act of being to a service would take effect upon the creation of her successor. However, did not prove a reason for her departure. However, the Supreme Court spokesman confirmed that O'Connor was leaving to spend time with her husband. On July 19th, Bush nominated D.C. Circuit Judge John Roberts to succeed O'Connor. O'Connor heard the news over the car radio on the way back from the fishing trip. She left with excitement and highly qualified choice. He had argued numerous cases between the court during her tenure. However, she was disappointed that her replacement was not a woman. Wow. O'Connor had expected to leave the court before the next term that was started on October 3rd, 2005. However, Rex died on September 3rd. Oh, wow. That year. Anyway, created back in the court. 2 days later, Bush withdrew Roberts as his nominee for the seat, and instead appointed him to fill it the vacant office as Chief Justice. O'Connor agreed to stay in the court as a replacement of the name and confirmed. She spoke in the late Chief Justice funeral. On October 3rd, Bush nominated White House General Harry Myers to replace O'Connor. After much criticism and controversy of her nomination on October 27th, Myers asked Bush to withdraw her nomination. Bush accepted and reported reopened her search to O'Connor's successor. Wow. The continued delays in confirming the successor before extended O'Connor's time on the court. She continued to hear oral argument on cases, including the case dealing with controversial issues such as violation, assisted suicide, and abortion. O'Connor's last court opinion was Ali v. Planned Parenthood of New England, ran for his nomination to court with a political decision that involved a challenge of the New Hampshire abortion law. On Halloween 2005, Bush nominated the first curse judges, Samuel Piano, to replace O'Connor. Iowa was confirmed the 58-42 vote was sworn in on January 31st, 2006. After retiring, she would continue her cases and remain under the dozen of opinions of the federal appeals courts across the country. Following the substitute judge, while vacations were evaluated and three-member panels and understaffed on a veteran nomination, O'Connor said, "I haven't said it's wonderful to be the first to do something, but I didn't want to be the last. If I do a great job, I might as well be the last." And indeed, when I retire, I was not replaced. Then I'm by a woman who gives one pause to think, or what I do wrong to lead the death. Anyway, post Supreme Court years. In her retirement, O'Connor continued to speak in the organized career. Anyway, in her retirement, O'Connor continued to speak in organized conferences on the issues of justice, general independence. During March 2006 speech at Georgetown University, O'Connor said that some of the personal attacks on the independence of the courts posed during the direct threats, something like that. Anyway, and the actual freedom of Americans. She said any reform of the system is debated, something like that, as long as I not moderate by revelation a decision that political leaders disagree with. Anyway, also knowing that she was against federal justice general reforms driven by negatively biracial reasoning. Courts interrupted the law if it wasn't written. Anyway, not as a congressman might not have wished it was written. It was a lot of generation before the country's falls into dictatorship, something like that. But we should avoid those ends reasons by avoiding these began, something like that. She had go concerns in the independent judiciary, something like that, during the dedication address to Ewell University School of Law in September of that year. Oh wow, Marshall School. If you watch this Marshall Brown dispute. Anyway, on November 19th, 2008, something like that. Anyway, O'Connor published an introductory essay, a theme issue of judiciary O'Connor issue in the Denver University School Law Review. She called it better. Anyway. She called it better public understanding of justice accountability. On November 7th, 2007, a conferee of her landmark opinion in Strickland versus Washington in 1984, sponsored by the Commercial Project, O'Connor outlined the lack of proper legal provision for many of the poorest defendants. O'Connor also argued the creation of a system to permit selections for judges, a cause in which she had firmly embodied. On August 7, 2008, O'Connor's impression was that former president of Joshua was that, well, and the individual in the virtual times like that, stating concerns about the friend mutual and the Muslim opinion leader Arwell Abraham. I pronounced his last name. Sorry. Anyway, first name I pronounced it. Anyway, in October 2008. Okay, I pronounced it. Anyway, O'Connor spoke in the racial equity educational the conference hosted by the Charles Hamilton Houston Institute for Race and Justice at the Harvard Law School. When the conference, she's awarded the Charles Hamilton Houston Justice Award alongside the Desmond Tutu and Doris Arias, something like that. Anyway, following the court's Citizens United and Federal Elections Commission decision on corporate vertical spreading, Connor had measured criticism of the decision, telling Georgetown Law School and lawyers, students, lawyers, anyway, that the court that created an unwelcome new path, wealthy interest with extra influence on general elections, something like that. Anyway, O'Connor argued in favor of President Obama naming the replacement of Antonio Salga in February 2016. Wow. More days after Squatter's death, wow. Obama's population arguments that the next president should be going to fill in the vacuum. She said, I think we need somebody there to do a good job now. And let's get on with it. And that you just had to pick the best person to go under the criminalization. Wow. Circumstances. Wow. And important that authority that must do so. There's an important position that we must take care of about this nation and as a people. And I wish the president will he as he makes make choices and go down the line. It's hard. I felt the same way with you, Connor, you know? Anyway, Judge William H. Pryor Jr., who criticized jurors, has criticized O'Connor's speeches. Yeah, I don't know what to say here, Pryor. I don't know. And Hope said, organized in the factory of piracy based on part on Connor's opinions and the welfare of judges faced in welfare time. The public eye today is in the past. O'Connor provided her time in the Supreme Court by saying that she regretted that the court's heading the Bush court versus Gore case in 2000 because it swallowed up the public. Give the court a less time perfect abomination. The former justice told the Chicago Tribune that maybe the court should have said, we're not going to take it, goodbye. Yeez! Anyway, it turned out the election authorities in Florida haven't done a real good job. Anyway, they're kind of messed up. and probably the Supreme Court had the problem at the end of the day. Yeez. Anyway, activities and memberships. Now, this will be a lot to deal with and to read, and then we'll do it anyway. As a retired Supreme Court Justice, O'Connor continued to receive a full salary, maintain a staff office with at least one law clerk, okay? As heard cases on a part-time basis at federal district courts, of course appeals, the visiting judge. By 2008, O'Connor has sat for cases of the 2nd, 8th, and 9th circuits. Anyway, O'Connor heard the Arizona voting rights case in which the Supreme Court later reviewed. In Auxiliary v. Irritable Council of Arizona, a 7-7 majority O'Connor of the rest of the Ninth Circuit panel and struck down the provision of Arizona's voter protection law. Okay. O'Connor had hired a clerk in the October 2015 term, but did not hire a law clerk in the special term. The Senator Dale O'Connor project on the state of the judiciary one that named O'Connor. Irene from the 2006-2008 Independence of Judiciary. From 2006, she was a trustee with the board of Rockefeller Foundation. In 2005, O'Connor was elected the honorary fellow of the National Academy of Public Administration. On October 4th, 2005, the College of William and Mary announced that O'Connor was accepted. The largest ceremony was becoming the 23rd conscript college. O'Connor would continue the role until 2012. O'Connor was named the 2006 Iraq Study Group appointed the U.S. Congress. O'Connor would chair the Championship 2007 celebrations. Anyway, compared to the 400th anniversary of the founding of the colony of Jamestown, Virginia, 607. Wow. Anyway, O'Connor was a member of both the American Policy Society and the American Academy of Arts and Science. Wow. Okay. Teaching. In spring 2006, O'Connor taught a 2-week tour that's called Supreme Court in the University of Arizona's James E. Rogers College of Law every spring semester. Anyway, on August 5th, April 5th, 2006, Arizona State University named its law school the Senator Dale College of Law in her honor. Publishing. O'Connor wrote the 2013 book, All Four Stories of the History of the Supreme Court. Anyway, public speaking engagements. On May 15, 2006, O'Connor gave the encouragement address in the William Mary School of Law, where she said that journalism independence was under the serious attack at both the state and the national level. In 2008, O'Connor was named the Initial Harry Rathburn Bonds, my dad, visiting fellow for the Office of British Life at Stanford University, my dad. On April 22nd, sorry about that, everyone. Okay, 2008, she gave Harry's last lecture at the Management Meeting of Life, in honor of the former Stanford law professor who shaped her undergraduate and law careers. On September 7, 2004, O'Connor appeared on the television show Jeopardy, which is exciting anyway, and provided a couple of real answers to the category Supreme Court which appeared on the show. On the same day, in Carter, New Hampshire, okay, she gave a talk alongside her former colleague, Justice David Sawyer, about the importance of meaningful civics education in the United States. Non-partisan, philanthropic activity. Anyway, in February 2009, O'Connor launched Our Course. Anyway, a website she created to offer interactive civics lessons to studies to students like that. Anyway, and teachers, because she was concerned about the lack of knowledge okay, among most young Americans like me. Anyway, about how their government works. Anyway, she also serves as co-chair of Lee H. Hamilton for the campaign for the civic message of schools. Anyway, on March 3rd, 2009, O'Connor appeared on the television program like Daily Show with Jon Stewart to promote their website. In August 2009, the website added 2 online interactive games. Wow. The ministry expanded to becoming Ike Civics in May 2010. Okay? Offered the free lessons and plans, games, and activity video games to middle and high school educators. By 2015, the Ike Civics games will have 72,000 teachers and registered users, as the games have been played 40 million times. Okay? O'Connor serves as a board of trustees of the National Civilian Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, by the way. Anyway, a museum dedicated to U.S. Constitution. Anyway, tears in my eyes. Anyway, by November 2015, O'Connor had them transferred to be a trustee of the center. In April 2015, the board of directors of Justice at Stake, a national justice reform organization, announced that O'Connor would be joined the organization's honorary chair. In 2009, O'Connor found the 501 copyright free, someone I can pronounce it. Anyway, non-profit organization now known as the Samuel O'Connor Institute. It programs are dedicated to providing civil discourse, when I pronounce it, sorry, civic engagement and civics education. In 2019, her civic Adobe residence in Arizona, started by the O'Connor Institute, was listed in the National Register of Historic Places. In 2022, on the other hand, the Institute launched Civics for Life, the gradual digital platform. O'Connor was a member of the president of the Jury League of Phoenix. Wow. O'Connor was founding co-chair of the National Body for the National Institute of Civil Discourse, NICD for short. The institute was created at the University of Arizona after the 2011 shooting of the former Congressman Gary Cliffords. Anyway, they killed 6 people and wounded 13 others. Anyway, legacy and awards will not be included in this list in this episode, but that's just me. Anyway, upon her appointment to the Supreme Court, personal life. Anyway, O'Connor with her husband moved to Carnegie area of Washington, D.C. O'Connor became active in the Washington, D.C. Social scene. O'Connor played tennis and golf in the spare time. Okay? And she's benefited member of the Russell Church. O'Connor was successfully treated with breast cancer in 1988. She has been removed that year. That same year, John O'Connor left the Washington, D.C. law firm and Miller Special in this practice, which required him to split his time in Washington, D.C. and Phoenix. Her husband suffered from Alzheimer's disease for nearly 20 years, until his death in 2009. She became involved in the raising awareness of the disease. After retiring from the court, O'Connor moved back to Phoenix, Arizona. Okay? In May 2016, her younger sister Ann Day was killed in a car accident in southern Arizona. The result of the car accident was a drunk driver. Wow. Illness and death. Around 2013, O'Connor's friends and colleagues noticed that O'Connor was becoming more forgetful and less commercial. By 2017, back in problems with led O'Connor needed to use a wheelchair. Wow. Led to use the movement assist living factory. In October 2018, O'Connor announced her effective retirement from public life and disclosing that she had been diagnosed with early stage of Alzheimer's life dementia. She died today. She was 93 years old in her Phoenix home. Anyway, due to commissions related to Alzheimer's dementia and the progressive illness, after her death, Justice leave um 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 Chief Justice John Roberts called him in the advocates for just civil education, the fiery independent Denver of the role of the law in the public statement. Be right back for my next topic, which is Rosalind Carr. When I come back, stand by. Okay, back, folks. Sorry about that. I just had to clear my throat because I'm reading 4 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 12 dev topics so far. Now let's read the next dev topic, which is Rosalind Carr. She was born Eleanor Rosalind Carr, better as Rosalind Smith. Anyway, was an American writer, activist, and humorist who served as the First Lady of the United States from 1977 to 1981. His wife of President Jimmy Carter. For all her decades of public service, she was perhaps best known as the activist of the women's rights and mental health. Anyway, Carter was born and raised in Plains, Georgia on August 18th, 1947, Plains, Georgia. Anyway, graduated at graduation of Plains High School, and soon after, after attended Georgia Southwestern College, now known as Georgia Southwestern State University, where she graduated in 1946. She first became attracted to her husband, better known as Jimmy Carter, also from Plains, where she pictured him in the United States Naval Academy uniform, and they married in 1946. Anyway, Carter was helped her husband when they got promotion in Georgia in 1970. Anyway, in 1970, so we forget. Decided to use the focus or attention to field of mental health when she was in the state's first lady. She accompanied her husband during the successful bid to become president of the United States in the 1976 election, defeating eventual Republican President Gerald Ford. Carter was eventually active during her husband's presidency, for she declared that she was no intention of being official first lady. During her term in office, Carter was supposed to be her husband public politics, something like that, as well as her social and personal life. Anyway, to remain fully informed, she sat in the cabinet meetings and the invitation of the president. Carter also represented her husband's meetings with Dominic's personal leaders, including Avenue of Latin America in 1977. He found her the equal partner. She campaigned on his re-election bid in the 1980 election, which he lost to Republican Ronald Reagan. After leaving the White House in 1981, Carter continued to represent for mental health and other causes, wrote several books, and became involved in the national and international work with Carter Center. She and her husband have also contributed to the expansion of non-profit housing organization Habitat for Humanity. In 1987, she founded the Institute for Caregivers, that makes sense, to reform and support for the caregivers. She received the Professional Medal of Howard Freedom alongside her husband in 1999 from President Bill Clinton, and she died in November 2023 of the 19th. She was 96 years old. I'm not going to read all of it like I did last time, like President George Bush. But I am going to read the funeral, okay? But on November 27th, a motorcade which began the planes arrived in ominous where a car casket was carried the Phoebe or Mel car center to the waiting hearse by swarmers of the Carter's United States Secret Service detail. A motorcade stopped at the Carter's alma mater, Georgia Southwestern State University, GSUW for short, where GSW President Neil Weaver and General also CEO Walsman Carr Institute of Caregivers placed 2 ramps near the statue in the University's Walsman Carr Health and Human Sciences Complex. The motorcycle then traveled to the Interstate 75 and 285 at the Carr Center in Atlanta, where she later reposed in the center's Jimmy Carter's Presidential Library and Museum. During this time, Carter was held and the public paid their respects. A tribute was held at the Glen Memorial Memorial Church in Auburn University, in northwest East Atlanta on November 28th. The service was televised on all television stations of Atlanta market, and was also carried to some cable networks nationally. Jimmy Carter was in hospital care, attended the funeral. Dominated blanket covering images of Roosevelt himself, and with reverence to her hometown plains. President Joe Biden, First Lady Joe Biden, something like that. Vice President Kamala Harris, Second Gentleman, Doug Emhoff, something like that. And former presidents Bill Clinton also attended. All women First Ladies, Hillary Clinton, Laura Bush, Michelle Obama, Melania Trump attended the tribute service. Georgia Governor and First Lady Brian and Mary Kemp was also in attendance, as well as Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, as well as several others. France and PBS journalist was my childhood favorite. I met her before. Julie Wardrop offered a spoken tribute. Garth Brooks and Rachel Yearwood, which I see her in Rachel Yearwood in You Are Below in Stuart Little, performed John Lennon's Imagine in the ceremony. A private funeral was held on November 29th at the Marshall Baptist Church of Plains, with the Carter family invited closest friends in attendance. Jimmy Carter attended the Plains funeral, which even their children wore leads, and the remnants of the family side in Hawaii. Wow. The prior position for Plains Carter was buried during the time of the private service in her residence. The Carter Center was held a line tribute in Aubrey. And that's that death topic. Moving on to the next death topic, which is Scott Kemper. The top 10, was American rhythm guitarists of the Detonators. Have played this band since they formed in 1974, only leaving the band for a few years starting 2002. He have also founding member of the D-Lord, something like that, and also member of Brandos. He released a very acclaimed solo album in 1992 called Atomic Angels. Culminated Tears in 2007 combination song Song America. He releases a second studio album, Second Grace, in 2008 July, and on 0.2 minutes and 59 seconds records. Anyway, in the early 1990s, joined McCoy, something like that, joined Carpenter and Frank in the the Lords and the Mitros and the Submarines, something like that. In a short-lived band called Low Kids. Anyway, a live album was later released, but not widely criticized or promoted. In the summer of 2008, Smiley said that Carpenter was in words that they were just in fair and place. Anyway. Okay. Scott would be stopped regularly by musicians and music fans thanking him for the effort and the records he had made with Dead Lords. The Detonators has been all lies. Carpenter's music is impossible it's not like he was a rare music master making free chord rock and roll. It's part of the 50s and 60s. Sound fresh and viral. But something like that. Songs you born twangy, heartfelt, political, and personal. The Devil Wars reunion album and tour was done in 2015, and Kevin sang and played guitar. On the guitar, also the album, and Half Harmony with Travel, from Cyril Stevens, All I Need Was You. He died of complications of dementia in the nursing home in Connecticut on last Wednesday. He was 69 years old. No jokes, please. Anyway, my next step topic has to do with this political topic, and I'm not going to read anything about this next step topic. It has to do with Henry Kissinger. Anyway, he was born Heinz Harvard Kissinger on May 27, 1923. Wow, he's over 100 years old. Wow. Anyway, when he died. Anyway, it was the American diplomatist, political scientist, geopolitical and politician who serves as the United States Secretary of State and National Secretary Advisor of the Special Administrations of Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford. He was also Jewish. He was a Jewish representative from Nazi Germany on 1923, May 27th. Anyway, with his family in 1948. Excuse me. Fought in World War II in the United States. And he's proud that he graduated Summit College from Harvard College in 1950, where he studied under William Ronald Elliott, something like that. He earned his master's degree, master's of art, and doctor's of philosophy at Harvard University in 1951 and 1954, respectively. Kissinger played a prominent role in the United States Russian policy between 1957 and 1977. Pioneering the policy of Georgia of the Soviet Union, orchestrating the opening of relations of the People's Republic of China, engaged in what people become known as social diplomacy in the Middle East and the Copper War, and negotiating the Paris Peace Accords, like that, which ended American involvement in the Vietnam War. After leaving government, he formed Kissinger's Associates, something like that. International Cooperation Forum. Kissinger wrote over a dozen books of international history and international relations. His legacy is pioneering subjects of American politics. He has been widely cited by scholars to be a federal Secretary of State, like Sandra O'Connor did. But has been considered, which I talked about earlier. Anyway, was considered to be for honoring the use of anything that falls on anything that moves. Anyway, but it's bombed in Colombia. Okay, but it's turned to be a blind eye to war crimes. Confirmed that by American allies to support to be partially approach the politics called Republic. Anyway, for his actions running the ceasefire in Vietnam, Kissinger received the 1973 Nobel Peace Prize under Russian circumstances. He died 2 days ago. I'm not gonna read everything about it, but it has to be It's gonna be a lot to deal with. But Kissinger married Anneliese Ann Fraser, born in 1925, and still alive to this day. Anyway, on November 6th, on February 6th, 1949, they have two children, Elizabeth and David, divorced in 1964, and in 1955, he met Austrian poet Augsburg Bachmann during a seminar in Harvard. The two had a romantic relationship that lasted several years. On March 40th, 1974, he married Nancy McJane, something like that. They live in Connecticut and New York City. His son David served as an executive with NBC Universal Television Studio before becoming a Carnival O'Brien's production company in 2005. And February 1982, the age 58, Henry Kissinger underwent conjugal body surgery. On May 27, 2023, he turned 100 years old. He died in the and his favorite game described his favorite games as a science-free interview. Wow. I'm not going to read the whole sports. He died suddenly in his home in Connecticut on November 29th, 2023. He was 100 years old. He is survived by his wife, Nancy Margaret Kissinger, 2 children, David and Elizabeth, and 5 grandchildren. His death was announced by Kissinger Associates, his consulting firm. Kissinger Associates has announced that his funeral was to be private and will not followed by memorial service in New York City. There's a lot to deal with during this reading, unfortunately. I have not read anything about this death topic, unfortunately. There's a lot of goals around here, but I'm not reading again like I did Sarah O'Connor, so let's move on. My next death topic has to do with Victor J. Kemper. Born Victor J. Zimmer on April 14th, 1927, and he was an American cinematographer, like I was doing back in Kino Design days. Anyway, he was born in Newark, New Jersey on April 14th, 1927, the son of Florence, Nee Freeman, and Louis Kemper. He was a graduate of Seton Hall University. As a cinematographer, Kemper's graduate examiner was director Arthur Hiller. Kemper worked for the leading directors as follows in the 1970s, including John Cassavetes, Sidney Lumet, Anthony Harvey, Michael Ritchie, Ilto Grossman, Peter Yates, Carl Roth, something like that, Louise May, G. Lee Thompson, Elise Carrison, George Roy Hill, Robert Wise, Carl Reiner, Bob Robinson, Ivan Kaiser, Richard Arbaro, Norman Jolson. He was a member of the American Society of Cinematographers, AAC for short. He was the president twice, from 1983 to 1996, and from 1999 to 2001. He died of a cemetery Oaks in Los Angeles on November 27, 2023. He was 96 years old. My next death topic has to do with Tim Dorsey. Okay. Born that name, he was an American novelist. He was best known as a series Sarge A. Storm's mental disturbed villagers anti-hero that ravaged across Florida, which you watches Billy, Florida for you. You're missing out on it anyway. It was in his own moral code against the virtual early life criminals. He was born in Carmel, Indiana on January 25th, 1961. It was taken by Florida with his mother at the age of 1. Grew up in Riverhead Beach, Florida. Small town Palm Beach County, just north of West Palm Beach, Florida. Dorsey graduated from Bishop Jordan High School in North New Hampshire in 1979. Dorsey attended Auburn University, where he became an editor of the Auburn Princeman. Okay, let me say anyway. NH, someone anyway, pronounce it anyway. The student newspaper anyway. He wrote about racism about the airborne. Dorsey graduated in 1963 with a bachelor's degree in transportation. After graduation, he moved to Montgomery, Alabama. Served as a police reporter at the local newspaper. In 1987, Dorsey relocated to Tampa, Florida, became a reporter for the Tampa Tribune. Anyway, he resigned from the paper in 1999, while full-time, he wrote rationally the political report, correspondent to the Tribune's Chaucer Barreau, confidence editor, and finally, Nightmare editor and news coordinator. He lived in Tampa with his wife, 2 daughters, okay? Tampa Bay Rays. It was a Tampa Rays fan. Anyway, he also considered himself as a Boston Red Sox fan. If you watch this, David, Boston Red Sox for you. Considered while attending Bishop Graduate High School while living in New Hampshire as a team. Wow, that makes more sense anyway. He died in Metro, Florida on November 26, 2023. He was 62 years old. My next death topic has to do with Charles Peters. Excuse me. Now, I saw this PBS News, I was like, wow. Anyway, best known as Charles Gibbons Peters Jr. Okay. He was an American journalist, editor, and author. He was the founder and editor-in-chief of the Washington Monthly and magazine, and was an author of the We Do Our Part, Trying of the Failure of the More Equal America, and Random House in 2017. While the New York Times, John Martin called the book a well-timed and courier of the bar. Despite party played in countries, party with the resist, incompetence of the greed and moderation, and I can't pronounce it, sorry. He was born on December 1926 in Charleston, West Virginia. Okay? He attended public schools, graduated from Charleston High School in 1944. He enlisted in the U.S. Army in 1944. Served at Ohio University, okay? Champ Array in Indiana, and Fort Clinton in Alabama. When the jury was in training, accidents resulted in being in the Army hospitals for several months. And was charged in the Army in 1946. In the same year, he went to New York City to enter Columbia College, now known as, his name as follows. Anyway, well, it is known as Columbia College, anyway. And he reached his BA in 1940 died. He entered the graduate school in Columbia, and reached an MA in 1951. In the 1952-1953 school year, he reached a J. Warner Thompson Advertising Agency in New York. During the student summers in 1946 to 1954, he performed graduates backstage roles in summer 3 years in Boston, Massachusetts, Bucks, Cali, Pennsylvania, and Newport, Rhode Island. He has his own reporting company in Charleston, West Virginia. He entered the University of Virginia School of Law in 1954. He was named the annual board of the Virginia Law Review in 1955. Similar to his graduation in the JD in 1957. Per his return to Charleston to practice law with his former firm, Pierce, Merrick, and Larry and Meyer is practice includes libel, requires this defense, requires elaborate law, as well as representing plaintiffs and defendants in civil trials. In 1959, he was named Chief Staff Officer of the Judicial Committee of the West Virginia House of Legislature, something like that. In 1960, he was elected as a member of the House. In 1960, the same year anyway, he was manager probably of general election campaigns at Colorado County professional candidates John F. Kennedy. After serving the 1961 session of legislation, he went to Washington, D.C. to help start the Peace Corps. After serving the served in 1962 racial violation sessions, he was named the Peace Corps Director of Violation, a position that required him to report the purposes of the agency's programs, understands how they can be reproved. Foundation's Washington Monthly. In 1968, Peters resigned from Peace Corps to begin planning a new magazine. Okay, be called the Washington Monthly. Okay, the magazine's proposed and said that was proposed to be looking at Washington the way it was authorized when that looking at South Sea Island. Help the reader understand how our system of politics and government, where it breaks down, why it breaks down, why it can be done and make it work. Okay, the first issue was published in 1969 January. It article includes White House staff versus the cabinet. Okay, what happens in the senator stay, and finally the day game, something like that. Anyway, we'll go to the office as journalists as David Bohr, Murray Kempton, Russell Baker, and Calvin Trey. Something like that. Anyway, so as people who have worked in government, such as Peters, former White House aide Bill Moyers, and former U.S. Senate aide James Boyd. Sorry, my eyes are burning me up. It's putting my tears in my eyes. Anyway, I got a drink. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Super mix up. Oh, my eyes are killing me. Oh, yeah. Anyway. A similar mix of authors who continued to write the magazine. But began in 1970, the magazine began launching as products of young unknowns, okay, who were retirement served as writers editors for 2 years, okay. Among them were Tara Branch, okay, Samantha Wizard, something like that, James Spells, Walter Shabio, Michael Kensley, David, I can't pronounce that, starts with an I, sorry, Nicholas Lemon, Greg Ezerbrook, Mickey Claus, Joe, I pronounce his last name, starts with N, sorry, John Alter, Tiffany, Noah, Steve Waterman, and Matt Copper, Jason, D. Murray, James Barnett, Catherine Boo, and John, Mashin, okay, that's all the names I can think of. Anyway, Peer the magazine have been characterized as important influence on normalization, racial characterization. Peer serves as editor of the Washington Monthly until he retired in 2001. But he continued to write regular column titling the Windmills for the magazine until 2014. Russell Baker, in an interview in the online magazine Columbia College Today, called Peters a great editor at the age of not producing great editors. In 1998, he found a non-profit organization called Understation Government, with the purpose of the improvement press conference executive branch of government. It is a government sponsored the first ever prize for preserving journalism. Given in 2008, the government journalist Michael Grosswald, something like that. It has published reports on federal agencies, including federal validation, federal administrations like that, and the Consumer Product Safety Commission. Peters retired from the nonprofit in 2012 and ceased in operation in 2014. In 1957, he married Elizabeth Albo, a former ballet dancer who had been attended college. They have a son. He had, after several years of poor health due to heart failure, Peters died in his home in Washington, D.C. on November 23rd, 2023. He was 96 years old. My next step topic has what Peters spells. Born on March 1st, 1954, bearing Peter Alexander Spells. Anyway, was an American voice actor. He has voiced in hundreds of television films and shows. As follows. Battletech, the animated series, as Captain Miles Hawkins. Bro of Alan Deckers as Dictators like that, as Moose Trials like that. There are movie roles as follows. Digimon, which I grew up with. Alan the Lost Digimon as Drizzlymon. There's a lot of Digimon, digital monsters he was in. As follows. Meramon, Watermon, and additional voices. Blackjack is Mr. Brain. I mean, there's a lot of anime, but he's also in live action. American Dreams gets Gus, Guire is Ramsey, ER is Trip Reporter, Mary Children's Elmo. Wow, I did not know that. News Radio's Cameraman, Lewis Clark in the New Avengers Superman as L.Y. Sykes. He's also in movie roles. I'm going to try to explain one more of this. And that's Yes Man as Security Guard Hollywood Bull. And that's Man in Black 2 is one of them. It's Captain Larry Bridgewater. And that's basically all I can think of. There's a lot of hard to choose from, but he's also in one video game, and that's it. And that is 7 Samurai 20XX. And that is, he was the voice of Roger. He died of pancreatic cancer in in Robbins, Indiana on November 19th, 2023. He was 69 years old. And my last topic, death topic, has with Suzanne Shepherd, okay? Born Sadie Trezine Sham. He was born Halloween night, 1934. It was American actress and theater director. Born Sadie Strong to Shirt on Halloween 1944 to a Jewish family in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Daughter of Dora. Really boring Dora, anyway. Madison, cook, and David Shern, okay? A server of jukeboxes and vending machines. She began using the name Suzanne when she was 13, okay? She attended Benton High School and Benton College. When she studied acting and with Sanford Masters like that. She later went on to teach master's program in acting study, the first woman to do so, okay? Shepherd was also a founding member of Compass Players in the early 60s. Excuse me, okay. Anyway, along with Alan Alda and Alan Akron, something like that. She was best known for the portrayals Aunt Tweety in the film Mystic Pizza. Karen's operating mother in the film Goodfellas, and Carmen's mother Mary Murdash in the HBO television series Spiral, okay, and an instant school principal in Uncle Buck, okay. She also played the role in Mrs. Somalia in the 2000 film Russian for the Dream, and Big Ethel in The Dirty Shame. In 2016, she played the role for the Lucille Bar Marcos when that, and the mother of Detective Anthony Bar Marco, played by former Special Sport co-star Steve Starswell in Good Cop, Bad Cop. Good Cop, Bad Cop, something like that. The second episode in the 7th season of CBS police virtual drama Blue Bloods. In 2018, she inspired the role of Lucille Barnwell in Trust, the 6th episode in this 9th season of Blue Bloods. She also interfered the writer working with New York and Racial Fear. She's also in the following movies. The following. I'm going to read some, but she's also in television. Oh, she's in Walls on HBO, but, my English, and CI. That was it. Okay, no, nothing about that. Let's just move on. For the marriage of Deborah Shepherd, she was lasted from 1957 to her divorce in 1986. That was it. She had a son who died in 2011, and the daughter artist Kate Shepherd. Her second marriage to Carol Catkins lasted until 1996 until his death in 2006. She died from cardiovascular disease and kidney failure in her home in Manhattan on November 17th, which is 2 weeks ago. She was 89 years old. Now, we're going to do a moment of silence special about these 12 death topics right now. Thank you. Rest in peace, these 12 people. I know it's hard for me to read these death topics right now, but it's taking forever to read. So, after this, my next death topic has to do with a very bad news from Sesame Street, okay? After 50 years plus, Sesame Street is switching up its format, okay? The changes are due in 2025, okay? When the show is entering its 56th season. I'm sorry to say this, but they might finally come to the be deeper than Monsters and the Oscar Grouch, okay? According to Hollywood Reporter, the one children's show, Sesame Street, will return its 56th season in 2025, but has undergone an extended makeover. One of its favorites of most epic storytelling that the classic magazine style has been since episode in 1969. It's part of this that means the 30-minute show will move away from the series of short segments. I am so upset about that, unfortunately. To a format that is better, restoring the traditional television series. Unfortunately, I am not happy about that. I am so not ready to do this. I'm ready to do, say, like 50 seasons, but not all 50 plus seasons, because it's not going to happen. Anyway, there are 2 segments of recovery in 11 plus each. Unfortunately, I'm not happy about that. There is no way we can do this, with a new animated sequence coming in between. The live action portions can be focused on an A and a B story, which might constrain, which I am not, sadly, I'm not a huge fan of, which is not going to be a good thing. Anyway, instead of brief spot featuring Elmo, which I'm not going to be good about that, but it's not going to be a good thing. For example, the Elmo focus might focus more on this current situation across both halves of the show, which another storyline figure in. Unfortunately, that is not my thing. Because I am a 7 type of guy of Sesame Street. That is not the case, Unfortunately, no, that's not going to be anything. Anyway, but the A story, the B story will come together in something really help us without whatever concern, focus, and what we're trying to have. Whatever lesson they're trying to make, Kay Wilson Solids, the Executive Vice President and Chief Creative Development President of the Sesame Workshop, told THR. Kids love a little bit of Pearl. They love having the emotional stakes. In the 9 minutes, it's kind of hard to really dive into those areas really effectively. New animated segment titled Tales 1 to 3 will examine the lives of the apartment complex residents. Unfortunately, I'm not excited about that. The cartoon may eventually spin off into its own series by its own audience response. The change will come as Sesame Street nears the end of the deal with Warner Bros. Discovery, which serves as a program is created its Max, former HBO Max app. Now, I'm not happy about that. I am really disappointed, unfortunately, to say this, but regardless, I am not very happy. I really wish they were going to do this on another app rather than a Disney Plus app, because they own some apps like from Sesame Street now. I wish they could do this on PBS, Wish they can stop doing that, to make more sense in any way. But, that's just me. And I have 2 more topics left to read, and then we get to our Web Watch Disney Plus, and we got 2 game segments. I'm gonna eat a pizza. This is ridiculous. Anyway, the next topic I'm gonna read is the studio behind Chicken Run, which is gonna be coming out this month on Netflix. Anyway, Chicken Run, the Dawn of the Nugget, by the way, is run out of clay. Army and Animations, with studio behind films such as Chicken Nugget and Wallace and Gromit. Anyway, it's running out of clay. Gromit's going to be converted to stop motion, like Breaking Bad, which is my childhood, by the way. According to Telegraph. Anyway, the studio has been stubborn clay called Lewis Newsplant. Anyway, this week there are classic characters since their epic in the early 70s to life. But this March, the only factory that produced the Miracle Clay closed down. Naturally, operating animation bought all the remaining stock, which is spoiling only enough for one more film. Next year's latest installment of the Wallace and Gromit franchise. So the hunt is on the replacement of the clay to get both cinemas and hot studio lights to be mineralized enough to live up Lewis Newsplant's 50-year adapt repopulation. Wow. Thankfully, the violation of the Empire's Clay storage in the studio's upcoming long-awaited sequel, Chicken Run, Not Dawn the Nugget, which is coming out on December 15th on Netflix. Hopefully it will prove warfare of the previous Clay used during this production. And my last topic I'm going to read, it has to do with Good Burger 2, okay? What is that? Okay, has to do with this year's animated film comedy film called starring Kenan Thompson, Kel Mitchell, and Julian Bell. It is a sequel to the first film, okay, which is based on the comedy sketch featuring the Nickelodeon series, all that. I'm not gonna read the whole thing because the plot because I'm not gonna because I don't want to spoil the whole movie per se. Go watch it because I haven't watched it yet. Unfortunately, that's just me. Anyway, talking to the sequel for Good Burger concerned in 2018, and it's an interest of Thompson and Mitchell 3 years after the pair were reunited in the sketch. The nice show starring Jimmy Fallon in 2015. The sequel was announced in March 2023 under the current title, along with both actors returning as Dexter Reed and respectively. The film was produced by Nickelodeon Movies and Awesomeness Films. Awesomeness Films did Smosh Movie and, of course, this film. It was filmed on May to June of the same year, which is 2023. Anyway, mirroring the same production window as the original. Okay. The film was released on November 22nd, 2023, which is last week, on the streaming service Paramount Plus. Okay. Development. In 1998, Alan Paperbacks published a children's novel, Good Burger 2, Go. Okay? That serves as a sequel to the original film. The book written by Steve Holland, featuring Ed, on the short change, Customer Around the Globe. On September 23rd, 2015, both Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell made a Good Burger sketch for the reunion on the Goodnight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. On March 2018, Mitchell said there was a talks of Good Burger 2, and in December, he and Thompson said they were open for version sequel or reboot. Wow. On December 2021, the director said that the original film, the current CEO of Paramount Pictures, Brian Williams, revealed that he wanted to create an animated series based on Good Burger for the Paramount Plus streaming service, and hoped to have Thompson and Mitchell involved in some collaboratively. Mitchell expressed that he had been interested in robbing Good Burger. Wow. He was the youngest son being a fan of the film. In August 2022, shortly after receiving his star at the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Thompson confirmed he and Mitchell were working on a sequel. During the 74th Primetime Emmy Awards, where Thompson served as host. Wow. The duo once again hinted the sequel after performing a skit with Tomo. I can't pronounce his last name, sorry. In October 2022, Thompson confirmed that the screenplay was finished. He with him and Mitchell teasing the script, the joint Instagram post. In March 2023, both Thompson and Mitchell officially announced that the sequel's title is Good Burger 2, in addition to simple actors responding to their roles as Dexter Reed and respectively. Film as this follows. Principal choreography took place on May 18th, 2023 to late June in North Providence, Rhode Island. A former Friendly's restaurant, which is, by the way, was to use as stand-in for Good Burger. Anyway, I wonder what will happen to Friendly's now. Anyway, Friendly's, which by the way, because I remember this very well. Number one, it has to be. Oh, it's not in Georgia anymore. Okay, it's in different states now. Number one, it has to be. So I remember Friendly's used to be a restaurant food. Wait, Stanley the founder died? He was 106 years old in 2021. Okay, makes more sense. What happened to Curtis now? Died in 2019. Oh, okay, makes more sense. Back on subject. Anyway, release. Good Burger 2 released on Paramount Plus on November 22nd, 2023 in the United States and Canada. It will be released on the next day in the United Kingdom and Australia. Wow. The soundtrack released on November 22nd, 2023. It will feature Vic Mesa, Marta with Young Gravy, Tisa Touchdown, Paul Russell, Eze, Trey Grasse, Jules, Noise and Corey, and Kel Mitchell as always, respectively. As always. Anyway. Now, I'm not going to read anything about it, but it has to do with a personal future. Director Bill Trail told the Radio Times in November 2023 that there will be plans in the third film and other sequels. He said the character Ed has not changed. He has now had a family. He's not had a bunch of kids and a wife, but he himself, he just has the same old ad. That didn't change. But we can do it again and again and put them in crazier and crazier situations. The plans afoot, the various different things. I don't think it will be in the feminine trilogy. Exactly, Bill Rail. Good job. And go on. Okay. That's all for that topic. Let me minimize that right now. Let's go on to what I watched Disney Plus, and that is going to be the Santa Clauses Season 2, Episodes 1 to 5. Now, that's all for what I watched Disney Plus. I'm going to go ahead and play some games for you. Game 7 time, here we go. And I'll be right back for this, and then we'll get to the Game 7s right now, and then we'll do it anyway. Come on. Oh, man. Let's check out my list right now, and we'll do it anyway. Anywho, pause it right now. Back, folks. Sorry about that. I just have to get my pizzas out of the way. Now it's time to get this ready. Oh, man. For Game 7, it's time. Let me close this real quick. It's about time. Get ready for money cards. Now this game works, and here we go. Let's open the card. That is a $4,000 higher than 9. Change the card. That is a $2,000 lower. 7. $4,000 higher. It's a key. Not bad. $10,000 lower. It's an 8. Change the card. That is a lower. I don't need the boss, so there's the answer to the question anyway. Lower. It's okay. It's a push. That's okay. 10. Lower. It's a 9. Not bad. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. Super Scratcher. 11. 13. 12. One more is 25,000. 14. 7. Oh, sucky. 9. One more is 10,000. Not 8. 25,000. Excuse me. Wait. 6. Yeah! Yeah, that's more like it. Anyway, review it. And that is 1 to 5. Wow. Let's turn it up a little bit. So, getting ahead a little bit. Wow. $1 million! With no strikes! Home stretch. 1. Not bad. 1. Oh, red. 7. No, it's sucky. Not bad. 2. Say, net combination. 8. Another red, blue. 9. Okay. Yellow. 3. Another one of those net combinations. 4. One more, it's $10,000. 10. Okay, not bad. Review it, and that will be. Should have said 5 and 6. Oh well. Bar's Banana Challenge, and that will be it. Wow. 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 One more amount. Come on, we can do this. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh man, you lost. You'll never win the banana challenge because I am number one. Give me my bananas back.
It's not bad. We have, let's say, nearly 2 points. Close to be second prize. Oh well. Well, I'm gonna minimize this right now and move on to just a couple of games for the that way anyway. Annotation game. We're gonna do that game and then after this and this last game we're gonna play is we're gonna do like soul game. We haven't done a soul game in Family Feud in like years, months anyway. I know what this is. The sex. Not bad. Seven mysteries by the day by the letter number 6 and the letter R. My favorite letter. Next. Excuse me. Next. Anyway. Should have surprised by now. Blue puzzle category is coat hanger. But well, anyway. Got it. Got one more puzzle for blue. I mean red, excuse me. It's okay, anyway. Pink. Doghouse. That's what any of these dogs need to belong. Got it. It's a man-made category. Next. $190 points. Next. Yellow puzzle in the category is it's a banana. I like he was saying banana, but it's not it. Next. Banana. As in Minions will say. Next. From the Despicable Me movies. Anyway, green puzzle category is... Ooh, I know what this is. It's a ball. Whoa, I just spelled wrong. Got it. Thank you. Got the paint puzzle. No. We're in the blue puzzle at the moment. But anyway. I know what this is. I know what this is. Got it. Got 340 points right now. And then the category for this paint puzzle is... Oh, it's a thing. What? I don't get that. Fortunately. Is this... Why do you call this a thing, and all of a sudden you get this in the paint puzzle? Why? Okay. Why? Wine glass? I don't know. Is that how it was? Warn you. I don't know. Who put that as a thing? Jeez, that was not even the answer? Why? Oh man. What is this called? That's not a glass we're looking for. That's a bottle! Oh well. We're looking for a bottle. Anyway, next. Anyway. Come on, do something about it. What is that? Let's try again. Okay. What's this thing? Stuff in this thing category. I don't know what this is called! Don't tell me what this thing is called! It's a piece of told plastic! No! I'm stuck in the level 2 category. Don't. Thank you. Oh, umbrella! Thank you! These are weird puzzles, fortunately. Thank you! For 8 points. Okay. Science is my least favorite category in the blue puzzle. I know what this is. It's a magnet. Got it. Okay. Okay, we got about 3 more puzzles left. I don't know what the other ones were, fortunately. So there you go. We got 2. Okay. This will make more sense. The axe. We call that no axe. B. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever game. Whatever. Whatever game. Whatever. It's a Sharpie. Oh, the plug. I know what this says. Thank you. Got it. Thank you. Got 2 more puzzles left. And then we'll be doing this for free. We'll see what happens. Office. Okay, I know what this is. This is a pencil. Is that a pen? Oh, it's a pencil. Okay. Got it. Thank you. No razor, no nothing, just a pencil. Okay. Whatever. Come on, whatchamacallit? Fingers crossed. Whatchamacallit? Yes. Okay. What is that? I know this weather forecast. I spelled wrong. I don't want to misspell again. Got it! Take away the shoes. I'm the winner! Anyway. Fake the shoes. And... oh my god. There's going to be a lot of games to play. I wasn't doing Family Feud, but... with this episode... oh, we're gonna... This episode being too late, guys. It's already like... let's see, what time is it? Almost 7:30 at the moment. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. We're not wasting any more time, man. We're just gonna do FwX next week. And yeah. But anyway, do I still recording? Yeah, that's still recording. Anyway, we're gonna do this notes thing, and we're gonna do the announcements, okay? Regarding what happened to FwX and then Billy, and of course what's going on, and then what's going on with YouTube, and then we'll wrap up FwX episode 394, okay? Okay. Anyway, notes as follows: 25 Days of Money Cards 2023 edition. Days 12 through 16, and then Bedtime Stories episode 4 and 7. Then we got LGBT Ads episode 1004 and 28. And then Boring Jokester, Bedtime Stories and Lunchtime. Then we got Single Tuesdays, Warper Wednesdays, Bedtime Stories, and Lunchtime. And then Boring Jokester all the way, Bedtime Stories, Lunchtime, and the Weekend Celebration, LGBT Ads, Bedtime Stories, Lunchtime, and so much more. Comic book reviews, etc. And then we'll have to do the list all over again. When we come back, we will just have to finish it off. So, yeah. We'll be back to do FwX episode number, let's say, 300 and, yeah. Yeah, I guess it'll be, 395 sometime around next week. We're gonna do a start early because I'm gonna watch a funeral roast for Anthony for Smosh. So I'm not gonna be able to do much FwX that week because Billy won't be here for the rest of the year, and that's my first announcement. Okay, Billy is not gonna be around the whole rest of 2023 because he's having major issues with Discord, unfortunately. But regardless, he'll be back for the rest of some parts of 2024 to celebrate the 10th anniversary of my show, FwX. Because it's supposed to be his and my show, and not everyone else's, so there you go. Anyway, what else is new for me, okay? FwX, starting on 10th season. We're going to be changing the plans, okay? No more streaming on FwX. We have been discussed this on last 3 episodes. We decided to push it forward, okay? I want to do streaming on FwX, but we decided we're no longer doing streaming, okay? FwX is no longer a streaming show, but we decided to do more of a taping wise type of show per se, because I want to make it more excited for you guys. So that way it's more easier. I can make more judgments and exciting, more successful for you guys. And that way I can do it anyway. And I'm going to say this is my last topic for today. And that is, of course, YouTube. Okay? And Google. For to say this, YouTube and Google will be deleting every single YouTube video, including Google and everything else, starting today. Because I have been cautious about YouTube, so unfortunate to say this, everything will be deleted today, so I'm cautious about my two Gmail accounts, unfortunately. But I have been cautious awareness about that today. But today, we'll have to fix this up at the end of the week. For to say this. So today, we're going to have to time this off, so it will take 2 or 3 weeks, okay, to get my Gmails back, okay? Let's say months, okay, or actually years to finish this off. Let's just see what happens. Because YouTube has been dead for me at the moment. So, it was harmful, it was lacking my time, everything. So, David, if you're watching this episode of FwX right now, I know you've been thinking, YouTube has been deleting so many YouTube channels, you know, at the moment, you know. Saw in the news this past May, thinking about to delete YouTube channels at the moment, after being active for 2+ years and more. But unfortunately, that has to go. And it's been too much, you know. But some can be on your network, and some can be on mine, and on my main channel, and some of it can be on my second channel. But that's just me. My advice to you, David. But that's just me. And that will episode for this FwX episode for a day, December 1st, 2023. And happy December 1st, everybody. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one's going to be FwX episode 395, which is going to be about the, it's going to be an early bird FwX episode. Not sure what it's going to be about yet, but we'll see what happens. Till next time, so just about baby. Good boy, FwX week episode's going to be so out. See ya.